What's up guys, this is Dorian Spencer here doing my star project for astronomy. Just gonna let you guys know what the star cycle is, and I'm gonna do it with Carl the Star, and I'm gonna show you his wacky and amazing adventures in the average life cycle of a star. I hope you enjoy it. I'll see you then. This is Carl the Star. He was born from a giant molecular cloud. However, he was bullied in high school, and he didn't have any social skills, or mass in our case, and he was never able to reach his hydrostatic equilibrium, which, by the way, is when the mass on the inside of a star even out with the mass on the outside. So, as a result, he became a brown dwarf, which is basically 90% of all stars. It's very common. So, in a lot of ways, stars are just like humans, because a brown dwarf is like a failed star. However, there is another star called Carl the Star. He's basically the exact opposite of Carl the Star, because he did have enough social skills, or mass, and he did reach his hydrostatic equilibrium. So, basically when this happens, he becomes either a low, medium, or high mass star. He also got married and has a partner like most stars, and they orbit each other. However, some stars, like the Sun, do not have partners, and he does not orbit with another star. He is a single star, essentially. Carl and his wife have 2 sons. One of them is named Carl 2.0, who was a low mass star, and then the second one was Carl Jr., a high mass star. Carl himself, however, was a medium mass star, so we have the 3 mass stars to be able to demonstrate how a star will go through the star cycle depending on its mass. Since Carl 2.0 was a low mass star, he became a supernova as time progressed. After that, he became a red dwarf, and Carl 2.0 has gotten a lot of money from his job as a massage therapist, so he has so much money he could live forever. That is essentially what a red dwarf star is, an immortal star. Or are they? Who knows for sure. Carl himself, however, was a medium mass star. Carl has been running on a hydrogen for quite some time now, and he is starting to run out because he had to donate hydrogen for the hydrogen bank, which made him run dangerously low. He then imploded and became a red giant. He's also much more luminous. He just kept growing and growing and growing, and people were all like,
"Oh my God!"
He could no longer contain his hydrostatic equilibrium. He then became a supernova, and then into a white dwarf. He then essentially died and became a black dwarf. He just sits there in space, doing nothing. He is still extremely obese. He doesn't give off any light. He just sits there. It's such a tragic end for poor old Carl. I'm sure you all would agree. Carl Jr. went supernova too later in life. He has way more energy than anyone in his family. He was, however, obese, as high mass stars have a ton of mass. Although he could have become a neutron star, he instead became a black hole. He's just sucking up everything, including life, and people would be like,
"Oh my God!"
and he would just suck them up, having no control over it. It wouldn't even matter. He would just suck up everything to be considered matter, and a fellow star would just talk to him and say, "Hey, what's the matter?" And he would say, "I can't think or speak because I'm a star." And then he would suck him up. Well, that ends our wacky adventure into the average life cycle of a star. I hope you have learned something today, and I also hope that you have learned that the phenomena that is the star cycle is an extremely amazing and fun thing that intrigues us as individuals. I hope you had a good day, and I will see you again. Maybe.